Hello again. All right, so I lied on the last video. I did say that I was just going to play this for a little bit and then go ahead and move on. However, I was going through and kind of just trying to find something out for a thumbnail over here, and I'll be honest, I got kind of hooked on it. So I have done a little bit more. As you can clearly see over here, I'm starting to work my way through the white dwarf planet here, and we are still actually just going through and working on getting more and more and more upgrades going on with this. I Not gonna lie, it just turned into a lot more addicting than I thought it was gonna be. At first, I was like, it's gonna be a fun little game here and there, but honestly, I'm having quite a ball with it now. We've done quite a bit over here. We've gotten a couple of planets. We've gotten 4 planets coming out for around here. I believe we're up to 8, up 7 different comets at this point, and 11 asteroids. So we have all of this over here just kind of doing the work for us. We can hover over here whenever we do get the combos going from the asteroids and the comets and everything else coming through our circle over here. We are generating more income that way, so when I'm just kind of sitting around waiting for more income to come through, I just stick my mouse right in the middle here and just kind of let it do its thing. I don't try to follow anything. I just let it do its thing while I gain that money. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and keep going with this and see how crazy we can actually get this stuff going. One thing that I did discover as well is we do have all of these different perks that we can get here from the quests. Some of the stuff isn't available quite yet though because of the with it being in the demo and all. So that's something that I look forward to. Solar Flare sounds like it would actually be a pretty cool one later on. But right now, let's go ahead and raise this up some. Let's get some into those. Looks like we got more to claim here. So let's drop the cooldown on that. So these are pretty nifty. So this one over here, the haste one, it does just speed everything up temporarily, just for a few moments. But it does generate pretty good income fairly quickly. This one here, I believe, is the one. Yeah, so this one here, it just gets us more matter over time with the more clicks and everything else with that. So that also generates us quite a bit more money quicker. And then the other one is the Stardust one. And that one's cool because it puts like little like star stuff around the area through here that you can collect. Like little I can't think of the name, like nebulas, I think is what they're called. But you can click those to be able to get more matter out of that as well. It's actually pretty pretty. So we'll check that out in about 100 seconds so that way we can see what that looks like as well. As for now, we are still just working on our income. So we're just kind of just clicking around, just getting upgrades here and there. And then we also unlock the prominence over here, which are these little red thingies that are shooting off from the sun over here. You're actually able to raise the income on those as well. I'm not too worried about that one quite yet. Right now, I'm still trying to see if the whole clicking thing is actually worth it. So I've just been leveling this up quite a bit. We're up to 46. Now, it doesn't sound like it is a lot initially. However, the more things that you get inside, the higher it raises. Like here, I get 3. So it's a constant 180 from each of them. And then once we get more asteroids and comets and everything else coming through the middle over here, that multiplier does go up a little bit higher, which does generate a lot more matter a lot quicker. So that is what we are doing. We're just going to stick the mouse here, just go ahead and let it kind of do its thing. We're going to build up our cash flow a bit over here before we decide what it is that we actually want to go for. We do have our click rate right now currently at 3.4 per second, so it is going fairly quickly. Our size, it's taken a bit to get that up, but it seems to generate pretty quickly on the size of everything. The asteroid count as well, it's getting to be super, super expensive, but that shouldn't be a problem later on once we have more of these generating us more money. Just kind of trying to figure out what it is we want. We could go for more prominence over here at 20k, but I gotta be honest, I'm not sure how much that's worth it until we do get this up over here. So let's do 2 of those. That way we get 28 of those per minute. And what I'm hoping to get up to is that we are up to we start generating the funds and everything else a lot quicker. I do have all my warp points here. I have not spent any since the last video. So we are building those up as well, because again, I do want to, whenever I go to Prestige, I want to have more points available to me, so that way the next stages do end up going quicker. So we're saving those up for a while. Let's go ahead and get this all sped up real quick, get this bit more income. All right, and then the Stardust one. This one's actually pretty. You get all these little nice little pretty star things around. You just kind of run your cursor over to generate more money. And we will go... Do we want to continue with the clicking? Or check more of these out? I kind of want to continue with this, because that's just going to be easy money. It just kind of shoots those things out. And the more we have shooting those out, the quicker, the better it's going to be for us in the long run. And then, of course, any kind of collision, anything else like that's always going to be super nice. Yeah, this is basically what the game is at this point. I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to come out with in the actual full version of it, so I'm probably going to keep following this one. And even though it is just a demo, I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to try to do everything that I possibly can inside of it, because it's surprisingly addicting. I do highly recommend checking it out. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what else that we can do over here. The comments have been pretty nice, so probably try to get to the point where we can generate them quicker. Be nice if we can get that down to 1 second, so that way they're just constantly going. We can actually raise up the money for those as well. So that way, each time that we destroy them, we're looking at 24K for each time that they're destroyed at this point. And the more asteroids and planets and everything else that we have, the quicker those will get destroyed. So that respawn time is going to come in really handy later on. Let's see if we can get all 3 of these in here. Just basically try to generate as much as we can. There we go. Yeah, that actually got us quite a bit pretty quickly. Let's come over here and claim this. Critical collision's perfect. Yeah, let's drop this down a little bit further. We do have some extra money to spend here, so let's see what we can get. Asteroid critical collision bonus. Let's go with the income. Income is always nice. The quicker we can get money, the quicker that we can get things going. But yeah, after the last video, I was like, let me just go ahead and go through and do a couple of things really quick, just to see if I get a thumbnail, a decent thumbnail for it. And the more that I played looking for the thumbnail, the more that I just wanted to play. So we are here now, and this is what we are doing. Making our own little personal solar system. This video might not be as long, because I just realized what time it is, and I do have to actually head out here pretty soon. I got a fishing trip with a couple of friends that we're going to go out and try to catch us some fish out in the outdoors, touch some grass for a little bit, even though it's supposed to be 105 degrees today. Not looking forward to the heat, but I love fishing, so that's one of my favorite pastimes. So yeah, let's see here. We are up to 10 million now, so let's drop you down some more. Get a bit more income going. Let's get that up to the 1000%. It does look like that some of these are critting as well, because it looks like our normal is 6.662 for the asteroids whenever they touch the edge, but then some of them are also hitting at 6.62, which is probably where this is coming in at. One of these. Maybe? I don't really know now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe it's this one. The critical bonus. 6.62. Yep, okay. So it's coming from the asteroid's critical collision bonus on this side over here, not where I originally thought. And I mean, the graphics, honestly, even though they're simple, they're pretty. I like simple. I like pretty. So it's got a good combination going on over here. And it's a bit addicting. Like, I don't want to stop playing it, and I don't know why, because it's such a simple concept. There's no reason I should be this hooked on it. But they did something right if it makes me not want to step away from it. Yeah, so that's kind of just a quick little update on this. I just wanted to chime in and let you guys know I'm actually addicted to this game. So coming off the last one where I said, it's probably not something I would play quite often, I'm probably going to be playing this one quite often. So I will grab some footage here and there whenever I am doing it, just as a little update so that we can actually see everything that we actually can do. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions or anything else like about it, again, I will go ahead and link it in the description on Steam. It is currently in the demo mode right now. It does look like that it's going to be coming out sometime in Q3 of 2026 for the full release. So we will see how that goes. I know a lot of these games, they don't ever make it past the demo stage, but I'm hoping that this one actually will, because I am having an absolute ball with it, and I would like to see what their full plans and everything are for it. Yeah, I thank you all again one more time for go ahead and stopping by to check this out. Like I said, this is just going to be a quick little update to this to let you guys know what's going on. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Soup out.